A stationary mass of gas is compressed without friction from an initial state of zero point 0.3 meter cube and 0.105 megapascal to a final state of 0.15 meter cube and 0.105 megapascal. So they have given you the initial state and the final state. So the initial state, they have given you V1, which is zero point 0.3 meter cube, and pressure P1, which is 0.105 megapascal. Similarly here, V2 is given and V2 is given. Okay, V2 is 0.15 meter cube and P2 is 0.105 megapascal again. The pressure remaining constant throughout the process. There is a transfer of 37.6 kilogram of heat from the gas during the process. How much does the internal energy of the gas change? This is a very simple question, probably a 2-mark question actually. Should I write it as 37.6 kilojoule? Is it plus or minus? What should come here? So the heat is transferred from the gas to the surroundings. That means heat is leaving the system. So it is heat rejection. So this is supposed to be minus 37.6 kilojoule. Okay. So from the question that I have asked to your fellow classmates, so now when you look at a problem, the first thing that you have to look at is whether it is an open system or a closed system. In an open system, say take a compressor. We have taken a compressor or a turbine. So in this case, it is a turbine. So in a turbine, the volume is fixed. The volume doesn't change. So if there is a change in volume, it is going to be a closed system. The other easy way of identifying it as a closed system is this keyword, a stationary mass. The mass is stationary. Mass is not changing. In a closed system, there is no mass transfer, right? So the stationary mass or the change in volume, that is the keyword, or that is the one which identifies that it is a closed system. Okay. So the moment you see a problem, identify whether it is a closed system or an open system. Now it is a closed system. The second step is what kind of process is this? So this is a pressure remaining constant, which means a constant pressure process. Then look at whether they have given you the heat transfer or work transfer. In this case, they have given you heat transfer, and that heat is leaving the system, so that is minus 37.6 kilojoule. Okay, so the first thing that you write is the given details. Okay, so here they have given you V1 is 0.3 meter cube, V1 is 0.105 megapascal. Okay, so here when they have given you 0.105 megapascal, that means it is 0.105 into 10 to the power 6 pascal. Okay, and then you have volume V2, which is 0.15 meter cube, and P2 is once again 0.105, so I can better write it as here, which is equal to P2. Okay, and as we have already identified, Q12 is minus 37.6 kilojoule. These are all the given details. And what is that we are supposed to find? They have asked us to find the change in the internal energy. Okay, so the general representation is Q is equal to delta U plus W. Okay, look at the units here. This is in kilojoule. If it is kilojoule per kilogram, then you can use small q. This is not per kg. This is not per unit mass. So you can simply write it in capital letters. Okay. So as we go on, it will become a practice and it will be easy for you. Okay. They have given you the value of this q, okay, which is minus 37.6. They are asking us to find how much does the internal energy change. So we are supposed to find this. And this W, it is not given directly, but they have given you the values of pressure and volume. So using which we are supposed to find W. So when we write solution, we can write this as Q12, the processes from 1 to, that is equal to delta U, which is also from 1 to 2, plus W 1 to 2. 1 to 2 or 1 to, both the representations are correct. Either you can write 1 to or 1 to 2. Okay. And the other way which you can do this, which we will see after a couple of slides, you can also draw the PV diagram for this. Okay, pressure volume diagram. So here the pressure is constant, which means it is supposed to be a horizontal line where pressure is constant. And you have to identify, so there are going to be 2 points here. So which is 1 and which is 2. So here your volume is getting reduced from 0.3 to 0.15. So this guy is supposed to be 1 and this guy is supposed to be 2. So this is an isobaric compression. This is a constant pressure compression process. Okay. So this guy is supposed to be V1 and this guy is supposed to be V2. Okay. And if you represented this on the y-axis, here you have P1 is equal to P2. So you can draw this PV diagram also. Okay. And now we have to identify what is this W12. So this is for a constant pressure process. If you're not able to remember what is the formula for work done in case of a constant pressure process, write down integral PdV. So this is between the limits V1 and V2. So it is a constant pressure process. P can be taken out and the integral is between V1 and V2 over dV. So integrating dV, you will get V between the limits V1 and V2. So that is P times V2 minus V1. Okay. So pressure is 0.105 into 10 to the power 6. V2 is 0.15 minus 0.3. Okay. So this gives you some value for work done. And because it is a compression process, so it is going to be a work input, so you will get an answer in minus something kilojoules. So let's see what we get over here. So 0.15 minus 0.3 multiplied by 0.105. So there you have 10 to the power 6. So if you are going to write it in kilo, you can retain 10 to the power 3, which means it is 15.75 kilojoules. But this is work done. What is asked is how much does the internal energy change? So delta U, let me use another color so that there will not be any confusion. Delta U1 to 2, this guy is Q1 to 2 minus W1 to 2. Please be careful with the sign. So this guy is minus 37.6 already and minus of minus 15.75. So that is going to be positive. Okay. So we have to move. So let me say 15.75 minus 37.6 is minus 21.85. So for this particular process, there is a decrease in internal energy. You guys should remember. So just like we have sign convention for work and heat, positive value of internal energy means the internal energy is increasing. Negative value of internal energy means the internal energy is decreasing. Okay, guys. So this is the solution. So just like we had, everything is negative here. So heat is being liberated, heat is rejected, work input is happening, and there is a decrease in internal energy. So here they have given you a PV diagram. In the PV diagram, area under the curve gives you the work transfer. We have seen that so many times, so it should just get registered in your brain, in your memory. Area under the curve in PV diagram gives you work transfer. Area under the curve in TS diagram gives you heat transfer. Okay, you should not forget that. So later on in the applied thermodynamics course also, you will see a lot of cycles and everywhere you will have PV diagram and TS diagram. PV gives you work transfer, TS gives you heat transfer, and that's why PV diagram and TS diagrams are very important. So now let's look at this problem. When a system is taken from state A to state B, read all the states carefully. This is A and B is over here, okay? And this is state point C and this is state point D. So you can look at the processes. A is over here, B is over here, and C is over here, and D is over here. And you should be also very clear about the arrow marks. Where does the arrow mark go? So A to C, C to B. Don't, there is no process between C to A. Okay, so you have to be careful. Look at the direction of the process, look at the state points. So these are the things which you should look at very carefully in a PDTS diagram. Okay, so now they are saying along when a system is taken from A to B along the path ACB, 84 kilojoule of heat flows into the system. Okay, can I represent this as Q suffix ACB? Is that fine?
Part of ACB you're asking, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. ACB.
Okay, so we can
Yes, sir.
represent this as Q suffix ACB, 84 kilojoule. And what about the system does 32 kilojoule of work?
Sir, 32 kilojoule of work is done.
So is it
Sir,
positive or negative? So here the system is doing the work. The system does 32 kilojoule of work, which means it is a work output. Okay, so it
yes,
is
sir.
supposed to be positive. It's a positive work done. Okay, thank you. So now the question is, let's go question after question. But sometimes we also require the other values which are given the subdivisions also. So how much heat flows along the path ADB if the work done is 10.5 kilojoule?
So
Okay,
one doubt, sir.
yeah,
So
go ahead.
the system is doing the work, right? So work is done by the system, right? So it must be negative.
So are you clear that the work is done by the system?
Uh, and the system does 32 kilojoule of work. So it means that the system is doing the work, right?
Yes.
Or else I am interpreting it wrong. I don't know.
Okay. Let's look at this example. A cylinder piston arrangement. So here I have some gas, whereas the cylinder piston arrangement is taken as the system. Okay. Now this compressed gas over here, this guy is going to push the piston in the downward direction. So we can say that the work is done by the gas on the system. Okay, that is one way of saying it. Or we can also say this system, work done by the system, because this guy is, when this piston is pushed outside, whatever is surrounding that, that is also going to be pushed out. So we can also say work done by the system on the surroundings.
Yes, sir. Yes. No, I'm
So
confused with that sign. So work done by the system, it means that it is negative, right?
no. So you are convinced that it is work done by the system. Is that point clear?
Yeah, yeah. When I was reading, it seems like it is work is done by the system.
So you are clear with work is done by the system. Okay. So
Yeah.
when you have a system and when you have a heat input, so that guy is positive. And when you have heat rejection, that guy is negative. Okay. Similarly, when you have work input, that guy is negative. We have discussed this, but anyhow, why this guy is negative? Because I am supplying work for in case of a compressor, in case of a fan. You all have fan. Right now you are in a room. Every one of us, we are sitting in our house. We are under a fan. That fan is not rotating on its own. I am giving work input to it in the form of electrical energy. And taking that electrical energy, it is rotating. So that is work input. When I supply electrical energy, the energy meter is running, for which at the end of the month I have to pay electricity bill. The more electrical energy I give, more is the electricity bill, more is the amount that I have to spend on it, which I don't like. So that is negative for me. The next one is work output. Okay, and That is, for that you can take a turbine, you can take an IC engine. If you are able to get more work output from the system, you will be able to do more amount of, or you will be extracting more amount of electrical energy. So usually a turbine, and later on in the next semester, you will see that whether it is a steam turbine or gas turbine, this can be coupled with a generator. Okay. And whenever the turbine rotates, this generator is going to rotate. And you would have studied this in your electrical engineering, basic electrical engineering course. Whenever the generator is rotating, and if you have a shaft connected with a motor, the motor is also going to rotate, which means you are able to generate electricity. Okay. So when you generate electricity, you can supply it to someone and get money out of it, right? So work output is positive. So that is work done by the system. So the confusion is in the sign convention and it is not in the statement, if I am right. So now these are the given details. So both are positive, QACB and WACB. The path, you have to be very clear about the path. It is moving from A to C and C to B. That's all, only two processes. Okay. Now the question is how much heat flows along the path ADB. Now they are talking about the next path ADB. If the work done is 10.5 kilojoules, okay, so here they have said WADB, and that is also work done. So that guy is also positive, 10.5 kilojoules. And now they want us to find what is the value of this QADB. Okay. And one thing you should be very clear, the path is different A, C, B, and it is not a cycle. Only when it comes back to A, that makes it a cycle. So now it is just two processes, ACB, and there are two processes, ADDB. So ADB. So both these are not cycles. They are just a couple of processes, two processes together. Okay. The question is how to find QADB. Okay.
First, you have to find the right. The internal energy in ACB and the internal energy in ADB will be same
Why is that?
because it is a state function. It doesn't depend on the path. It depends on the initial point and the final point. Since initial point and the final point are same in same in both the processes, so I guess internal energy is same.
You need not guess. That is the correct answer. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So here they have given you QACB and WACB. So using that, I can write the first law of thermodynamics for the process, which is QACB equal to delta UACB plus WACB. I can write this because it is for two processes together. So QACB here is 84. I don't know what delta UACB is. WACB is 32. So now I can calculate delta UACB, which is 84 minus 32, which is 52 kilojoules. Okay. So what does this delta UACB? This delta UACB, for your understanding, I'll write this as delta UAC plus delta UCB. Can we write it like this? And for this, whenever we say delta something, that is final state minus initial state. So final state for AC is C, which means I can write this as UC minus UA. And here the final state is B, which is UB minus UC. So I can cancel out this UC and this UC, and I'll simply get UB minus UA. And you can see for ACB, the final state is B, the initial state is A, so it is simply UB minus UA, which we can write it in these two steps also, or you can directly write it as UB minus UA also. Okay, so I am writing this for a purpose. So delta U ACB is UB minus UA. Okay, guys. Now, what about delta U ADB? It is a different process. So, as I told you, you can directly write it as UB minus UA, which means this guy is also UB minus UA. But let's split up and see whether it is right or wrong. So I can write this as delta UAD plus delta UDB. Okay, which means this is final state here is D, initial state is A. So this is UB minus UA. This guy, final state is B, initial state is D, UB minus UD. I can cancel out these two. And once again, this guy is UB minus UA. Delta UACB is equal to delta UADB. Okay. By just looking at the final state over here, the final state here is B. I'll show that with a different color, maybe yellow. Final state here is B, not that visible. Final state here is B. Initial state is A, so UB minus UA. Final state here is B, and initial state is A, UB minus UA. So your delta UACB is equal to delta UADB. Okay, right? Now, I can apply the same first law of thermodynamics for a process here for ADB as well. I can write QADB equal to delta UADB plus WADB. Okay, and W is 10.5, which is given to us in the problem, and this delta UADB is equal to delta UACB. Just now we found delta UACB to be 52. So this is 52 plus 10.5, which is 62.5 kilojoules. Okay, so the answer for the first question is how much heat flows along the path ADB, that is 62.5 kilojoules. So let's proceed to subdivision B then. Subdivision B, when the system is returned from B to A along the curved path, there is only one curved path here, so it is returning from B to A. The work done on the system is 21 kilojoules. Okay, so which means this guy WBA is minus 21 kilojoule. Why? Work done on the system. Work done on the system is work input. Okay, please look at the keywords. Work done on the system is work input, so it is negative. WBA is negative. Now the question is, does the system absorb or liberate heat? How much amount of heat is absorbed or liberated? So which means they are asking us to find the value of QBA, whether it is positive or negative, and depending on positive or negative, we have to say whether it is absorbed or liberated. So this is the second question. Now they have given you WBA and they are asking you to find out QBA. Okay. For this, we need to know, you can write the first law for this BA also as QBA equal to delta UBA plus WBA. The problem here is I know only WBA. I don't know what is the value of delta UBA. Okay. I don't know what is the value of delta UBA.
Sir, it's given now, sir.
Where is it given?
I mean, it's not given. We found it as delta U ACB as 52, so it's minus 52.
Yes, we can say that. So it's minus 52 kilojoule. So we have found delta U ACB equal to delta U ADB equal to How much? How much was that? 52 kilojoules. This was 52 kilojoules. And we found that this guy is simply UB minus UA. Okay. We found UB minus UA as 52 kilojoules. Now what we require is delta UBA, where the final state is UA and the initial state is UB. Or this is simply minus of UB minus UA, which means minus of 52 kilojoules. Okay. So now we know delta UBA, we know WBA. So this guy is 52 and this guy is 21, which means minus 63 kilojoules. So if UA, now they are, so this is only for the problem purpose, they have given you the value of UA, UD. I have told you it is not possible to measure this internal energy. You will be able to estimate heat and work done, and from that you will be able to find the change in internal energy. This is only for, this is a hypothetical situation, which means this is a imaginary question where they've given you the value of UA and UD. But in a real scenario, you will not be able to estimate the values of UA or UD for that matter. Okay. So they have given you the value of UA and UD. Find that before proceeding to that, we haven't seen answered the subdivision B. Does the system absorb or liberate heat? So how much amount of heat is absorbed or liberated? We have said it is 63 kilojoule. So can someone say, so for the subdivision B, you have to write the system liberates heat.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir, it's minus 73 kilojoules, sir.
sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, sir.
You're right. This is minus 73 kilojoules. Sorry about that. It is minus 73 kilojoules. Okay. So now let's move on to subdivision C. So subdivision C, they have given you UA and UD. Find the heat absorbed in the processes. So now they are saying heat absorbed. They have given us the clue that it is a heat addition process, both AB and DB. They're asking us to find the value of QAB, and they're asking us to find the process value of QDB. Okay. They have given you the value of UA and UD. Okay. So this is quite simple and quite interesting. So now let's take, I'll use a different color here. Okay, so let's say process AD first. If you take process AD, they have given, if you apply the first law of thermodynamics, QAD equal to delta UAD plus WAD. Okay. For delta UAD, you can write this as UD minus UA, final state minus initial state. UD is 42, UA is 0, so that means this guy is 42 minus 0, which you will get it as 42. Okay. What about this WAD? Is it possible to get the value of this WAD? What was, if you look at the first question, we found out the value of WADB. They have given the value of WADB. WADB is 10.5. In the question, they have given WADB is 10.5 kilojoule. Can I write this as WAD plus WDB? Because it is the combination of two processes, WAD and WDB. From the PV diagram, what can you infer about the process AD? What is that process AD? Can you find whether it is a constant volume process or a constant pressure process or a constant temperature process? Something like that. Can you infer it from the PV diagram?
Sir, for AD, we can say it is constant pressure process.
Very good. What about DB?
Sir,
What about the process DB?
DB constant volume process, sir.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Sudarshan. So now if you look at the PV diagram, so this guy PA is equal to PD. So this horizontal line represents a constant pressure process. And if you look at this guy, volume VD is equal to volume VB, which means it is a constant volume process. What is the work done in case of WDB?
W?
DB. WDB.
Sir, sir, delta will be 0, sir.
So
In constant.
WDB will be
0. Sir.
very good. So because this process dB is a constant volume process, work then in a constant volume process is 0, which means WdB guy, the work done in WdB is 0. So which means WADB is equal to WAD. Okay, WAD is 10.5. Can you understand that? Okay. Any doubts here? So I can write this as 10.5. So 42 plus 10.5, this guy is going to be 52.5 kilojoules. Okay, so this is QAD. So they have already said it is heat absorbed and therefore it should be positive heat addition, and we are also getting a positive value. So this should be a right answer. Okay, and not only they are asking QAD, but they are also asking QDB. So can I ask, so can you tell me that we have found out the value of QDB. So what equation should I write for QDB? Can you help me out in writing or completing this equation?
Del U
Yes,
dB
del U dB plus
plus WA dB.
What is the value for WdB?
Sir, 0, sir.
Why is it 0?
Sir, constant volume, sir. Adanaல 0.
Very good, very good. So WdB is 0. Fine. How can I write this delta U dB? How can I expand this?
Sir, UB minus UD.
Very good. Why do I write UB minus UD instead of UD minus UB?
Sir, pathway வந்து D ல இருந்து B போகுது சார் அதனால.
So we should always write final state minus initial state. Okay, so UB
Yes,
minus
yes.
UD. Okay. Now, is there any way by which I can find out the value of this UB minus UD?
Sir,
I'll give you some clue. In the question they have given UA is 0. In the question they have given UD is 42 kilojoules, and we have found out UB minus UA is 52 kilojoules. So now can you get me the value of UB and UD?
sir, yes, sir. UB 52 kilojoules, sir.
Because UA is 0. So UB minus, so if UA becomes 0, UB is also 52. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
this guy is 52. What about UD? Can we find out UD?
Sir, 42.
Okay, that's given. So it is simply 10 kilojoules. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's all.